Welcome to all in this part 14 of Kalki Avatar series. We were trying some voices and recordings. We have tried 3 to 4 voices, but we got very bad feedback on all voices. So we have eliminated all those voices. Now it took us 3 weeks to find some person in our knowns to record. At present, we have this voice only available in our knowns who can record. We do not have full YouTube recording setup. If subscribers do not like this voice also, then we have no other option. Coming, all videos will be made in this voice only. In this video, I will answer comments. Before I answer, I want to clear on book. In my video of December and January, the video is Kalyug only 5000 years past. It was said author was about to submit his research paper in December 2021. Then due to number of pages, he decided to write book. But there is delay in the completion of writing of his book Kalyug Age. He is also busy in his other works, writing other books and engineering publications, but he will get them published. In this video, I will answer one question. Other question comments I will answer in next video. Thanks to all subscribers for their comments. The question I will answer from subscriber, he has deleted question. He had written 10 or 20 open questions. I had not taken any of your question as your each question will make a single video of 15 to 40 minutes. This video is the single video of your question only and it is titled as is this Kalyug or Dvāpara Yug age or is Kalyug ended? If you want, you can rewrite all your other questions. He or she had mentioned some book. Book name I think was Autobiography of Yogi. Each book, exact book name I don't remember, as I had left that question to be answered in the future in the coming videos only. And then subscriber asked, in that book Autobiography of Yogi, the yogi had said, this is still Dvāpara Yug, not Kalyug. The yogi was some famous author in India or abroad. So subscriber asked, is this Dvāpara Yug or Kalyug? There are also similar questions from other people as they ask, why Sadguru say it is currently Dvāpara Yug? Others ask, based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda and his direct disciple Swami Kriyananda, he also said this is Dvāpara Yug, not Kalyug. So now I answer this question, is this Dvāpara Yug or Kalyug? My answer, I do not know whether such confusion is from one sect or different cults. But such confusion in them is because they are living luxurious life, they have all facilities, airplane tickets, whenever they want they can give discourse in India or abroad, any place. The reason for them to think in this way is because of this only. The other reason is they are mesmerized by science engineering. They are also mesmerized by telephone, internet, high-speed internet, metros, airplanes, stock exchange, transportation. A yogi always has such things very clear in his or her mind. A yogi never leaves such confusing teachings in the form of book or autobiography. A yogi who leaves such teachings is not a yogi. Ancient texts even do not call such persons yogi. Do you even know who was called a yogi in ancient scriptures? Mahayogi, Siddhyogi is a far not reachable destination for such people. These days, anyone wearing yoga garments or doing exercises regularly calls himself a yogi. Even if you go 300 years back, the text mentions clearly who is called a yogi. If I go by that definition, at present on earth, we do not have even a single yogi who is on stage popular. But there may be many hidden such yogis by that definition only. Now I tell you about Dvāpara Yug. what this Dvāpara Yug means. Dvāpar is a Sanskrit word. The popular meanings are two or two ahead, and Yuga means age or era. It is also popular that the bull who represents Dharma had two legs in Dvāpara Yug. So it was called Dvāpara Yug. It was called Dvāpara Yug because its length was two times that of kalyug. So all these are popular meanings. Now I tell you other meanings of Dvāpar. Dvāpar word was even used in Sanskrit poetry. Sanskrit poetry is called kavya. In Sanskrit poetry, Dvāpar means doubt or uncertainty. But Dvāpara Yug, which we are talking of, that Dvāpara Yug was not the yug of doubt. This is only used in Sanskrit poetry kavya. There are two other meanings which are more relevant for the Dvāpara Yug, and they are: the Dvāpar means that die or side of a die which is marked with two spots, and the other meaning of Dvāpar, the Dvāpar was the deity of Dvāpara Yuga. So Dvāpar here is called a deity. So Dvāpar was some god, some deity, demigod or god. So this Dvāpar has a friend called Kali. These all you can find in scriptures, even from Sanskrit to Hindi translation from various writers. Even they are available till today date also. The reference of Kalyug as the friend of Dvāpar is mentioned in Mahabharata. Do you know the story of Nal Damayanti, the popular story? If you want, or I will myself, when I will be soon translating the scriptures in this voice only, I will tell the full story of Nal Damayanti. So in this story of Nal Damayanti, the mentioning of Kali is very clear. In this story of Nal Damayanti, it was written that Kali used to be only able to watch day and night King Nal. Kali saw no chance to enter into King Nal and possess him. So this is a very long story. If you want, I can tell story in other video. So Kali wanted to enter inside King Nal. Kali wanted to ruin Nal kingdom, his wealth, and even wanted to separate Nal and Damayanti. So Kali asked his friend Dvāpar to achieve this. Here it is clearly mentioned that Kali and Dvāpar are deities and they are friends, and they made some plan to get them separated. They made King Nal and Damayanti to lose kingdom, wealth, wander in forest, and later even succeeded in separating Nal and Damayanti. So you can see Kali role. People are not fully taught this story, the Kali role and the deity Dvāpar role. So in all, Dvāpar means two only. Whether Dvāpar age was two times than Kali age, or in Dvāpar, Dharma stood on two legs. So now the normal environment in Dvāpara Yug was not confusion. Kalyug is said to be an age where the normal environment is of confusion. I will not mention the ills of the Kalyug in this video, as you can read Bhagavatam, but I will be making video on it after answering this question and other questions in the next video. So whether you are in Kalyug or not in Kalyug, you have to see whether there is any confusion. Here everywhere is confusion. People are confused if soul exists. People are confused if they even have any soul. People are confused if any planetary god exists. People are confused if any avatar even takes birth. People are confused even if they do any sin, or if they themselves call as Kalki, avatar will still forgive them. People are confused whether this history had even happened, and they call this as mythology, which means myth. Myth, do you know what myth is? That is a story that do not exist and is false. It is not history. So people are calling their history as mythology only. So in Dvāpara Yug, no one had such confusion on souls, supernatural powers, demons. The other thing that I want to say to you subscriber is, do this yogi which we have referred in the book, believed in Lord Krishna, it is clearly mentioned that the Dvāpara Yug ended when the Krishna, the Lord Vishnu, left the earth. It is said that Kalyug started after Krishna, Lord Vishnu, left this earth. So it is clear this is Kalyug, and no one should have any confusion whether this is Dvāpara Yug or Kalyug. When one calls himself as Siddhyogi, that too from the 1900s or 1950s or 1850s, he must have this clarity. Even this confusion Aryabhatta did not had, as Aryabhatta in Aryabhatiya wrote that he was 23 years old, and at that time Kalyug time had passed 3600 years, 3600 years. So this is still Kalyug going, and Kalyug has not yet ended. Now there are also three more type of cults. One cult says Kalyug has ended but Satyug started. The other cult says this is Kalyug first stage only. And the third cult says Kalyug has ended, but this is Sandhya Kalin Yug after Kalyug. So they say Kalyug has ended and now this is a transition period going. And during this transition period or the Sandhya Kalin Yug, all evil people will get destroyed. And then Satyug will come, some magic will occur, all will get supernatural powers, and people will need some king, and their fake avatar or guru will be the king. All this I had said in part 2, 4, 5 of my videos. But I say Kalyug has not yet ended. This is still Kalyug going, and this is the last stage of the Kalyug. I will tell more on this in other videos. Thanks for listening.